And one thing Buddhism does is it extends this to all sentient beings, not just human beings. So there are those become sort of central. And the ideal, and I haven't sort of talked about the emergence of Mahayana Buddhism, so this kind of great reform movement that takes place roughly a half century after the Buddha. The ideal in this form of Mahayana Buddhism is what is a figure known as the Bodhisattva, who is said to develop these two primary virtues of wisdom, understanding the nature of reality and self in the deepest way, and compassion for all suffering beings. And they make a vow when they embark on this bodhisattva path, I make a vow to attain this ultimate enlightenment for the sake of all beings. So their motivation is to achieve this ultimate realization and gain this wisdom and ability to teach and help other beings along the path. So that's sort of the positive virtue. The Dalai Lama himself is sort of considered to be a bodhisattva. And often it's funny you say that because I show, when I'm talking about basic Buddhist teachings early with my students, and I talk about, the nature of suffering, right, and so forth. And I said, I just want to show you a clip of the Dalai Lama. And he's laughing, right, engaging the audience in a very sort of light way. What this notion, Buddhism sort of claims everything is suffering. All is sabam dukkam. All is suffering. It seems like a fairly morose sort of take on life and worldview. But in reality, what I think it leads to is kind of a lightness of being, a kind of an understanding of the impermanent nature of life. So it actually is a paradox in how it sort of seems like it's kind of down and negative, and in fact that's how many Christian missionaries initially understood the Buddhist teachings, but it ends up being something that kind of leads to kind of a lightness, a kind of going with the flow in life and not clinging so much with these things.